Oh, this? Okay, look, before we get started on the jokes about how long it takes for a condom to be in your wallet to leave a permanent ring in the leather, let me ask you a question. Do you even know where the condom came from? No?
The condom, also known as the jimmy, a rubber, a raincoat, balloons, boots, dingers, and many, many more crazy names, goes all the way back to around 3000 BC. The story goes that King Minos, the mythical king of the island of Crete, was said to actually have serpents and scorpions in his semen. So to protect oneself, his female partners, fearing for their lives, would insert a goat's bladder as a barrier between themselves and the king's deadly deposit. Fast forward about 4,000 years. Besides a lot of relieved sheep roaming around, we find that the Egyptians made linen sheaths to cover their business ends, but not for contraception, no, more to protect against disease, which was rampant back then. The Egyptians may very well have been the first to offer a variety pack too. The sheaths would be dyed different colors as to represent the different classes of society. Not to be outdone, and being the innovators of all time, it is said that the Romans not only used linens, but also used animal intestines and bladders, and it is even rumored that they would use the muscles of their slain enemies, which really gives a whole new meaning to the term well, you know. Ancient Japanese men actually used small tortoise shells that would cover just a tip. But don't cringe at the thought of it, because there were also leather versions when things became a little abrasive. During the 1500s, Gabriele Falloppio, who, as a matter of fact, was the one who identified the tubes connecting the ovaries to the uterus, hence the name fallopian tubes, documented his experiments with linens, but they were tied with a bow and lubricated with saliva. And during that same time period, with the lack of a corner drugstore, if you had a hot date, you would visit the local butcher for a handful of lamb or goat intestines. King Charles II of England assigned his royal physician, no joke here folks, his royal physician was Colonel Condom, I kid you not, to fashion him a device to prevent more illegitimate children running around from the king. And yes, once again, animal guts were the go-to product. Finally, in 1855, the first rubber condom was invented. They were made by wrapping strips of raw rubber around phallic-shaped molds, then dipping them in chemicals to cure the rubber. This was a tedious process and required much labor. So, after much investigation, in 1912, Julius Fromm invented a much easier process. He would dip glass molds into a raw rubber solution. The process was called cement dipping. But it also required adding gasoline or benzene to the rubber to make it a liquid. Smoking afterward was probably dangerous. In 1920, latex condoms were born. They took less labor to make, and because it used water to suspend the latex instead of gasoline or benzene, it also eliminated the fire hazards. Which brings us to today's condoms. Stronger, thinner, and sometimes configured special for someone's pleasure. They come in a variety of sizes, colors, and even flavors. They have been used even by our military troops to cover the ends of their rifles to keep out dirt and moisture.
So the next time that somebody laughs at you because they see a ring in your wallet from a condom that's been sitting there for so long, asked him, hey, wait a minute, would you rather have me pull out a pocket full of sheep guts